Hey, what's going on, Advantage Army? This is Dr. Jeff coming at you from my new office. Don't you love the colors, the curtains? This is so beautiful. No, I am bringing you another interview because, as you know, these pieces are hugely and vitally important to help provide you with even more advantage. So I'm joined here by a dear friend of mine, Dr. DelRae Messer, and she is our expert in a lot of different areas, and you'll get to know and get to hear some of her story, which is going to be amazing. But in this video, you're going to find out some very, very tangible concepts that you can do to when it comes to your advantage meals. Like, how are you going to fuel this amazing thing called you? And how does that apply to your advantage life? So, DelRae, first and foremost, thank you for allowing me to come and capture these moments.
Oh my gosh, spending time with you? Good.
See, now you know why she's here. It came out early in the video. There you go. No, this is fun. DelRae, I want you to start, and the people watching, because you've been there, done that, done it all, but give them a snippet of kind of where you were in your story and why you're here today, doing the big things she's doing. You get to see that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, and I fell in love with health and wellness because I was a track and cross country runner. So I had an amazing mentor as a track coach, and he taught me that what I put in my body definitely made a difference with my athletic performance, because I always joke I was not naturally talented at all. It's a little bowling ball that ate too much Schwann's ice cream.
That's awesome. How many of you guys remember the Schwann's guy?
The Schwann's
I love
man,
it. Yeah,
totally.
the Schwann's man.
Yep. So I changed everything and just saw massive improvements with that. And I knew at a really young age that I definitely wanted to go into something medical to help people. But I went to one medical forum and I knew I didn't want to treat symptoms. Yeah. I knew it wasn't where my heart was. I wanted to help people prevent what was going on out there. So we also had a great friend that was a chiropractor, and he taught me a lot about nutrition and also just keeping my body healthy while I was running. So I was the one that was never hurt. I was always functioning awesome, and everybody else was getting shin splints, and he just inspired me. So I decided to go to chiropractic school, and everything was going amazing. Got accepted, and about 2 months later, I had a massive obstacle thrown in my way.
You mean it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows?
Not all sunshine and rainbows.
I thought this was sunshine. This was supposed to be uplifting.
Nope.
Tell me more.
So I found out that I was pregnant with my little munchkin, McKenna, who's now actually taller than me. But it rocked my boat, because before that in my life, what I set my mind to just happened. And it was kind of lollipops and rainbows for a while. So it was my real big obstacle. So I decided, what am I going to do? And a lot of people at that time make one of two decisions. Are they going to fight for what they really want, or, give in, move in with my parents? Could have been an option. Right. So I said, absolutely not. I'm going for it. Good. So I moved to the big city of Minneapolis, and I got a book in the mail from a friend, and it was called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
There you go.
So it changed my life, everything about it, success principles, and I decided to go for it. So through chiropractic school, everything was going great, and I got really sick and had no idea why. So McKenna and I both got, horrible symptoms like migraine headaches and digestive problems, allergies, asthma, and we both had this really crazy chronic cough. So I was seeing specialists, and I was doing everything right, and nothing was really helping. So I really, upon myself, decided to find, more research and try and figure it out, and learn that I lived in black mold at the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that really affected my health and my daughter's, and I just got into the nutrition piece of it and trying to heal my body with that, as well as nutritional cleansing. And it made such a big difference, because in chiropractic, we have different types of subluxations. Mm-hmm. Physical, emotional, and also chemical. Right. So this chemical exposure was the one thing that was affecting my health the most at that time.
Got you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So let's fast forward. 'Cause what I love about your story, always, it's like, because people, I don't know, they tend to, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but they look at you and they're like, oh man, I bet you they've never had anything wrong. They probably never had a pimple in high school. All those like lame things. And here's the thing, people. We all go through life, and so DelRae's story there, I know you guys are sitting there with stories very, very similar. So listen up as she starts to now take us through up to speed, kind of what you're doing today, and then we get into some of the fun stuff, because I've got a list of questions.
Yeah,
I've been preparing
for
this, and so
perfect.
We're gonna have some fun. So take us, like, that was in through chiropractic school.
Yep,
Then what happened?
So I had a practice, and I was, in an office setting, really involved with nutritional cleansing and detox and nutrition, and that's just where my passion was. But I was learning a lot of things about the nutraceutical industry, and it was disturbing to me that we were finding so many ingredients and a lot of these products in this wellness industry that aren't healthy for people. And it made me really, really angry. So I wanted to be a part of the solution of saying, okay, if I formulated a product line that didn't have soy or artificial sweeteners or fillers and was actually absorbed and assimilated in the body, so people had a convenient option for on the go and they were getting great nutrition in their body, I wanted to do that. So I did. I created a nutraceutical line, and it pretty much wiped me of my energy because it's really challenging. That space is so competitive. As you know, there's multi-billion-dollar companies that are begging for your attention online. So I learned a lot, though, and I think it happened for a reason, because I was able to transition and deliberately choose a company that I wanted to partner with, and also the type of people that I wanted to partner with and lock arms with, like yourself,
Sure.
that had a similar vision and mission about really how to look at nutrition. Because if we go online right now, we don't lack education.
No, there's a lot of stuff out there, right, for sure.
There's so much content, and actually right now that's probably the detriment to our society, is there's so much, who do we trust, what diet works, and it's just plain confusing. So I now want to be a part of that solution of simplifying things for people, because I am a mom and I'm very, very busy, and I do share my name with Rachel Ray, but I don't get to be her and cook food in a studio all day long.
Right.
Well, none of us do. So how can we balance amazing nutrition with our super crazy busy lives? So that's
Perfect.
where I'm at right now.
That's weird because I don't think anybody watching has super crazy lives. They're not trying to figure out how to eat better. So,
Done.
I thought this was gonna be good. No, I mean that's people. That's what we live in.
Yeah.
And so, let's do this. Let's shift gears into where can somebody, simple steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's start simple steps. Mm-hmm. They're watching this video. They're sharing it with their friends. They're liking, tagging, commenting. I mean, it's just stuff that always happens. But where can they start? Like, what are some of the big? Okay, what are some of the big things to avoid, and what are some big things to add? What's your take there?
Absolutely. Okay, so with nutrition, it's actually a lot more simple than we think it is. It's just that whole preparation thing doesn't usually happen. And I always ask people, we have systems usually when it comes to working out. Say you're going to a gym, they tell you what you're going to do for your workout.
Right.
And you usually know that week, if you're going to a trainer or a gym, what your workouts are going to be. How often do we actually look at our diet and say we have a system and a plan for it? Never.
No.
So I like to set people up for success by saying, hey, let's follow a system daily that will help you at least know exactly what you're going to do. So you're not on the fly saying, oh my gosh, now what do I do? I'm starving at 6 hours later. Or you don't eat all day and you come home and eat dinner and overeat through the whole night. That's typically what most of us do.
Yeah.
So very simple changes. I call it sub what you love.
Okay.
So substitute the things that you're doing for healthier options. Eating more frequent meals throughout the day that are healthier, replacing your simple carbohydrates with more complex.
Okay, so what's that? Tell me.
So simple would be, your breads, crackers, cookies, candy, soda, acidic coffee, things like that. And you want to switch it with more complex choices. So quinoa, sweet potatoes, wild rice, brown rice, healthier versions of coffee,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
so those are your substitutions for a complex carb. And the reason why I mentioned that first is because a lot of people, when they want to either lose weight or get on a better, diet, they'll cut out carbs completely, and they're usually hangry.
Yes, always. This is totally me. Some of you probably experience this, like late in the afternoon of a chiro party, the adjusting shift, and they're like, nah, you don't actually do that.
Yeah, so that's hungry, angry.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to be that. So really, actually, our body needs carbohydrates. It's just a lot of us are in this resistance to them and in a fat storage hormonal place in our bodies because we're not utilizing them properly. So what helps balance out those carbs, and fruits aren't bad for us, it's just when we're eating them and what we're eating them with, because they're a type of carb as well as veggies. But protein. and healthy fats are what balance out those carbs and the timing of them. So a protein at every meal is very important. And the source of protein is the most important thing.
Okay, so how do people find that source?
So the source would be substituting what you're doing for a source that is, say, grass-fed.
Okay.
You know, your beef is grass-fed, hormone-free, antibiotic-free chicken, free-range eggs. You know, some of these things. Local farmers are actually probably one of the best places to get some of these things, and it just takes a little research, and you can actually find them.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
It doesn't.
Much as you think. And plus, we are blessed here in Minnesota. There is an abundance of us local farmers to find. Yep. That is so true.
Absolutely. And then I use a really convenient source of protein, because if you add up what it would cost to get, say, free range and wild caught salmon, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. It's like $31 a pound or something crazy. So your family of four, you know, with mine, we would not be able to afford it.
Right.
So we want to get more inexpensive choices of protein more frequently. So I do really awesome protein shakes that are grass-fed, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, and they're from cows from New Zealand. So we actually call them happy cows. And the reason why is they're actually only milked according to season, so they're not given hormones that make them milk all year round.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep, so that's a great source of protein because it's easy and it's on the go and it tastes great.
Awesome.
So,
I love that. So those are some awesome, simple steps. What would you say are some of the things that people may not be know as they're sitting there going through their day, may not even realize is a really poor choice, but they're consuming a lot of it? Like, what do you see in those things? And because granted, I when we talk to people and they're like, you know what, how's your diet? And they're like, oh man, I eat pretty good. And then you ask them what pretty good is, and you find out, holy smokes, this is horrible. So what are the common things that people probably
don't even know,
eating or drinking of a lot now, and they don't even think it's causing poor effect?
Absolutely. You know, diet soda, sometimes if people think it's healthier because it's diet,
you know,
right?
That's so weird, because I was getting really thirsty, and so I was like, you know what, keep on.
You did not. You were not going to drink that.
No, we're just having an interview. So
will not allow you to do it. How did you know? And it's even Coke. So the issue with the diet sodas is they contain artificial sweeteners. And research shows they actually stimulate a part of our brain, it's called our hypothalamus, to crave sugar more and drive our hunger. It actually also causes insulin resistance. So type 2 diabetics were told back in the day to choose a diet form. It's actually making insulin resistance worse. So, and here's the thing, I like to ask, clients, do you love the carbonation of soda?
Okay.
The caffeine or the taste? So if you like the caffeine, there's different options.
Wait, I know this one too.
What?
Hold on, I know this one. I know this one too, I'm serious. I came prepared for this. I know this one. Okay, go ahead. No,
oh my gosh.
Because this is sugar free.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, cover up the brand. I don't know.
Yep.
This is okay, right? Because you said diet soda.
No, absolutely not. And once again, sugar free doesn't necessarily mean it's good for us.
Okay, I'm listening again. I guess that's why you're the professional.
Yes, so those artificial sources of caffeine will literally tank our adrenals. And it's called adrenal fatigue. It's one of those things where we require then more caffeine to keep up during the day, or we have it in the morning, then we need another one. I have some clients that have been on multiple energy drinks or diet sodas. So weaning off of them is much better than just cold turkey, unless you're super, super mentally tough.
Okay.
But it does help to wean off of it. There's also, ironically, water. There's caffeinated water. Okay. So if it's going to wean somebody off of caffeine, it's a better choice.
That could be a really good tip for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And if they like the carbonation, once in a while, if you've heard of Zevia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zevia is a carbonated beverage that's sweetened with stevia instead of the artificial sources.
Yeah, shout out to my smoking hot wife. Like, there's some in the cupboard. Thank you, Liv.
Olivia, you're awesome. We love you. So yes, those are tricky little things that a lot of people don't realize. Sugar-free, low-fat labels. Anytime there's low fat, it means usually there's chemicals of some kind in there. And low fat doesn't actually mean it's healthy for us. Now we know that margarine isn't healthy, butter is. Coconut oil, avocados, raw nuts and seeds, MCT oils, all of these amazing fats surround and coat our nervous system.
Okay.
And we know as chiropractic lovers,
Never heard that before here,
the
people.
central nervous system is the most important thing for us.
See, now you'll believe her. Right?
Yes.
I've been telling you this for years. You'll
Absolutely.
DelRae.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So, ooh.
That's awesome. No, it's okay. People are always calling.
I'll go.
All right, so we hit the fats.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Labels. So gluten-free. You know, I laughed at Halloween because a lot of candy bags now have gluten-free on them.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I was so excited this year because I could actually eat.
Right. Every candy out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snickers, whatever. They've all been gluten-free forever. It doesn't make it healthy for you. So it's very sneaky also. So be careful when you're looking at like baked goods and crackers and cookies and, just because you have these now Oreo cookies that say they're organic and gluten-free, that doesn't mean they're any healthier for you or your kids. Fruit snacks and simple sugars like from juice.
Yep.
So this is especially true with children because the reason why an apple is good for us is the fiber, the phytochemicals in the entire apple. It doesn't spike our blood glucose. But when you have it condensed into a form of sugar like an apple, juice or grape juice or whatever else, it's concentrated. And that and sodas have been really what we're seeing as the leading cause of inflammation and overweight and all of that among children and adults.
Okay, so sub what you love.
Yes.
I've been putting the cookies, the fruit snacks, those things. What are some options?
So obviously whole food snacks are amazing. And I have a ton of them. I could send you a great ebook people could have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will get the link in the description and get that to you guys for sure.
Yeah. So I like my kids love they're called little Nut Thins. Have you heard of Nut Thins?
Okay.
They're crackers. Yep. So they are gluten free.
I think my kids call them circle chips.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Perfect.
Little circle chips.
They taste like chips.
Yep.
And a great snack that the girls love. You know the whole taco in a bag thing?
Yeah.
So they love when I use the cheddar cheese ones, crush them up, and then I make a healthier version of a taco in a bag. Yeah, so there's lots of fun recipes. Energy balls, I had those we had a fun little get-together last night at the May House.
Amazing.
They're so good, and they're very, very simple to make. So we just try and substitute all of those things for a healthier option.
Awesome. And for those of you sitting there who's like, oh, man, that's awesome. I want the recipes. How do I do that? I'm going to make sure you get connected with Dr. DelRae. She's going to take care of that for you because this is what she does, and she's so amazing at it. So I absolutely love that bit of it. What are we missing? Like, what are... you talked about the smaller meals. Okay, we talked about not watching, the labels, the gluten frees, making sure we're including healthier fats.
Yep.
This is a question off the top of my head, but what are some, signs that people may be experiencing? Their body's trying to tell them,
yeah,
hey, you know what, something's not right, or I'm in need of this or those things. What are some signs that you commonly see for people? They're like, hey, you know what, we may need to look at these areas of your nutrition.
Totally. Usually headaches.
Okay.
They can be due to either caffeine withdrawals, a lot of things, as we know.
For sure.
But lack of minerals. If people are exhausted and tired, and usually most of us are, and that's why we choose caffeinated beverages, we as a society right now are exposed, and we have a problem with two areas. Number one, we are all walking around in nutritional debt. And I love those two words because it kind of it's a great visual to think that even if we ate all the whole foods, that we possibly could in a day, we're still going to be depleted of specifically minerals.
Okay.
So our soil is turned over so much that it depletes the mineral content, and we can't eat enough of them. There's a great study from UCLA that shows we need now over 80 bowls of spinach to get what we got in one bowl in 1953 of iron and nutrients.
Oh, wow. 83?
Yeah, 80, over 80, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just a few short.
Yeah, just a few every day.
I'll step it up.
Yep, so
That's
that
good.
nutritional depletion can cause that, decrease in energy and just feeling of fatigue. A lot of signs that people have are just bloat, digestive problems, stomach problems, bloat, and just inflammation where we're feeling like we're carrying around so much extra weight and water weight. So that's really a toxicity issue as well. Okay. And I deal a lot with nutritional cleansing because that helps address that area. And it's not the type of cleanse where you have to be in a bathroom all day. So that's also very nice to know.
For sure.
It's actually just great for mental clarity, focus, energy, and getting rid of what we call toxic fat.
Okay.
So toxic fat is toxins are stored in our fat cells.
Interesting.
Our body's very smart, so it knows where to house them, and this can actually affect the absorption of our nutrition. It's a very important thing to address for people that do, suffer with that energy problem.
For sure. So, as you can see, Dr. DelRae is an amazing source of information. She is more than willing to help people just like you. And so in this video, we wanted to get a snippet, tons of nuggets. I mean, in that short amount of time. Which
Not
is
chicken nuggets.
Not chicken nuggets, which are also the fifth food group.
Yeah.
She didn't tell you that, but no, definitely
No
not.
frozen foods and frozen dinners. That's another one.
Really?
We forgot. Yes, so much, processed sodium and things in these. Don't microwave anything in bags either. No plastic in the microwave.
How do we fix that?
So, steam it.
Okay, steam?
Steam. Yeah, we want to steam, or it's even better if you just throw it in a pot and slow cook it or roast it.
Okay,
Much
awesome.
better. Yeah.
The crazy thing, people a lot of this, they know, or not they know. I've always found that it seems like people, it's not like they don't believe that eating better is going to help them improve their advantage life, as we call it. But they don't believe that they can do it. Like, do you find that's the biggest thing?
100%.
Yeah, because once people start doing it, like the first 10 minutes you get to the gym, you're still fighting yourself.
Yeah.
But then when you're there, you're like, yeah, way to be.
Well, we just said it today. I just said it right before we did this. I said action cures all fear.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I love it. And then I also love there's no overwhelm in clarity and certainty. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, like you don't have enough time to prepare your meals properly or even exercise or take the time to meditate and get your day planned, it's because you haven't planned it.
Right.
So that organization of your life is so incredibly important, where we know exactly what we're doing the night before. We have it mapped out, because if you don't, you're not going to do it.
Absolutely not. No, and you're worth it. Like you totally are. I've never heard anybody or talk to them and they're like, man, I did all these amazing things for myself. I started eating better. I started going to the gym, and I totally regret all of it.
Totally.
Like, that was worthless.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've never heard that. So I want to thank you, Dr. DelRae, especially for this. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll make sure, like I said, put your feedback here, and I will get you connected with Dr. DelRae for sure. We'll probably have to, what would be fun? Hit the grocery stores.
I love it.
With the camera.
Absolutely. We'll do a grocery shopping tour.
Awesome. So we'll make sure we'll get all of that to you guys, because this is part of our advantage system. Not everybody gets it. So consider yourself special. Thank you for letting me be your chiropractor. And show Dr. DelRae some love, and we'll see you soon.